last but not least, we'll go ahead and put ourselves here, r3.bowlercbtlabs.com, and we'll point to our own loopback 0 interface here. Okay, and what we're going to do here, last but not least here, we'll go ahead and we'll go to the routers. So if we do on router 1, if we just do a show host, what you can see here is it's going to give us some information here. It's going to give us our domain name here, which is bowlercbtlabs.com. Then it's going to give us our name servers, which is router 3's loopback 0 interface. So let's go ahead on router 2 and do the same thing here. If I do a show hosts, we can see we have the host domain name is bowlercbtlabs.com, and we're pointing to the 3 network, which is off of router 3 as the domain name server. So let's go ahead and do a debug domain on router 1 and router 3 here. And what we'll do is on router 1, let's just go ahead and see what happens if I put in R2 here. As you can see, it doesn't know where to forward this information because it's getting a query from 10.0.0.1. Actually, here you go. It looks like we were able to return something from R3, was able to resolve back to R1, at least the host name. And it looks like what we can see here is we actually were able to get into router 2, but we don't have anything set up for authentication. Let's go under router 2 and just do let's look at the lines here on router 2. Should be able to do is just go under line VTY 0 to 9.3. Let's do a no login and see what happens now. And now what you can see is that it worked. Now that we were able to look it up, router 3 was able to look it up and process this query. It found R2, and as you can see here, we are logged into R2 right now. So we just had to go into R2 under the VTY lines, of course, because we're accessing it via the VTY lines. We just had to go in and put no login in, and next time we tried it, it worked. So exactly what's going on here is that on router 3, if I do a show run, when we specified R2 on router 1, what happened is this query went to our DNS server, which is router 3, and router 3 was able to look up the host, or the name that we put in here, which was R2, and then it was able to specify or do the translation to the IP address here for router 2 and reply back with that information.